What's up, guys? Maritime Spook here, and we're just out on one of our favorite walking trails here, guys. And people will go along, and it's kind of a cool thing about where we live is people do have quite a bit of respect for nature. You're going to find some spots where people do throw garbage and stupid things like that, but that's mostly just the odd few. Most people are pretty respectful. One thing people do, guys, that I found is really cool, this particular walking trail and some other ones, is they'll make up or they'll have a walking stick from home. And they'll leave it here at the beginning of the trail, so then you can have, if you start out with it, you've got a walking stick. Respectfully, when you're done, you take it and you leave it back where it was. So what I'm going to do, guys, there's only one up here, so I'm going to make up a couple just smaller ones real quickly here somebody might be able to use. Make just one up for now, and I'm not going to do a lot to it because you don't really need to do a lot. I just need to shorten this piece of ash, I believe, up, and or alder, and get the growth off of it here, and then just make it a bit shorter. So I'm going to be using the XXX knives Forester, or Highland Forester. This is the preferred way I like to carry this too, guys, just to show you. I've got my backpack on with some just gear that we take in with us for a day hike. I got my ferrocerium rod attached to the system, and this can go over on the side, guys, and then it's out of the way, and then it's not intrusive to anything. But when you need the knife, you just bring it across, and then it's right there, easily to take out. It's an absolutely beautiful knife. I'm going to take this, guys, like I said, I'm just going to clean up some of this, and I'm just going to shorten this up, and I'm going to actually leave it over here by the sign, and then when somebody comes along, if they've gone through the front, then they have a stick. You almost got to be careful not to cut through this whole stick with this knife, guys, because it actually cuts so well, and I really mean that. XXX does an awesome job, guys. I've been waiting a long time to find a bush knife that I really liked, and their Highland Forester here and the Canadian Bushman they make are pretty much my two favorite bush knives. They are my two favorite bush knives, not pretty much. And until somebody comes along with something better, which I don't think they will, that's the way it's going to stay, I guess. But all I was doing there, guys, is sort of cleaning it up. The rest of it doesn't matter because they're not going to be gripping it down bottom. So what I want to do, guys, is a little quick technique here. Is I want to take this off here a little bit, but I want to do it round. I don't want to just have it cut really messed up and break. I want to round it off, and there's a little technique here to do this, guys. And it's very easy. You just got to kind of watch what you're doing and be wary of your other hand. So I'm going to go through, guys, and I'm going to make a cut this way. Whole way around. And then I'm going to go on this side on the bottom here, guys, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go the whole way around. You can kind of twist the stick, or with a really sharp knife, you don't have any trouble. If it's a duller knife, you may have trouble keeping it on your lines, but with a sharp knife, it'll cut right through there easily. So here we go, guys, and I'm going to show you. We're going to take this up, and we're just going to go through, and we're going to peel this all right off like so. I love using this knife, guys. It's razor sharp, and it's very easy to control. And if you've tried certain knives, you'll know what I mean. Just the way the handle is, you can kind of grip up on it or you can grip down. I just really like the way they did this one, guys. These are, of course, my custom handles that they made just for me, but the other handles are are just as good. And if you want to check on their new site, guys, there are actually some reviews by me. So if you want to see the reviews that you may have not seen, my reviews are on there for this knife, and or overviews, really. There's more that I want to do with these, guys, and more that I will be doing with these. But for now, just an overview of when I got them and whatnot, if you want to see that on XXX's site. I'll put a link down below in the description. So what I'm doing, guys, is I'm just now I'm making my second cut through where I took the bark off of. And now I'm going to move my way in. And all I'm doing here by doing this, guys, is I'm going to make it so that it's a clean break on the stick. And then I can kind of clean it up at the end, because this is going to be the end that people are going to be putting their hands on. And I mean, people are respectful enough to leave stuff like this in here. So we're, like my girlfriend and I, we always try to do stuff like that if we can. Because a lot of people that are going to come through here, even during the tourist season, aren't going to know to maybe do this. So by us doing it, there's going to be a couple extra sticks. Because we'll probably make a couple more as well. So I'm going to get that up in here, guys. And this is the finishing cut, basically. Now, as you can see, guys, what I did there is I basically beaver chewed that the whole way through. Now what that's going to do is, instead of you just breaking the stick off and having, you know, like having it like hanging down and other pieces you'd have to clean, by doing this, you're going to have this. I'll show you what I mean. You're going to have it basically rounded. Having a sharp knife like this makes it a lot easier. And having a knife you control makes it a lot easier too, because you do have to get in and kind of mess with it. But you can cut that right off, but a lot of the time, like, you can actually just take the back spine of your knife and it'll break right off, just like so. Now sometimes you'll be left with this little piece here. I'm going to take that, I'm just going to smooth that out. Once again, a sharp knife will do that, and just a couple cuts. See, there you go. Now I'll probably take this at the other end and do the same thing, guys, but there's no need to really show you that. And maybe have it a little bit sharper at the end, so it's got something to kind of get into. But I just want to show you that, guys, and that's the XXX Knives Highland Forester. Better wipe that off, carbon steel. And like I said, guys, it's an absolutely beautiful knife, and it's a nice day. And I just want to show you that. So that's just a little tip, guys. If you're out on a walking trail and you see another walking stick sitting there, that's kind of the idea. People do leave them so other people can use them. So make one up. It only takes a few minutes, and that's an easy technique to do it, to round off your end and have a good little stick when you're done. So anyway, guys, Maritime Spook signing out, and keep your stick on the ice.